What's up, guys? This is Rixxalight signing in. I just want to talk to you guys about something. It's not a bad thing. It's not. I don't even know what to say this is, but as you can see in front of you now, you've got like a bunch of words just thrown together. You might be able to recognize some of these, well, most of these are like games. As you can see, it's all been set out into different things. But what I want to talk about is what I'm going to be doing this week, first of all, and then we're going to be moving on to things I might be changing, and also whatever my future projects are going to be. So, as we always do, when we start off one of these update videos, I'm going to go through my routine, or what I usually do on a day-to-day basis. So, as you can see, you've got Monday to Sunday, you've got like a word down here, and 2 words here. So, on a Monday, Project Zero is there as well, so I'll explain why all down in a minute. So as you can see, we've got Monday to Sunday, and we've got obviously over right here in this bar, you can't see it, obviously the one that's highlighted. We've got Project Zero 3 to Fatal Frame 3. That one is, for those of you who don't know, they are recorded or aimed to be released for the 10th, the 20th, and the last day of each month. Until we beat the game. So when we beat the game, so that's when they come out every month, 10th, 20th, and the last day. And then you see these down here. These are the ones that's next in line. I do like a little, is it Rotunda? No. A tombola, or trombola. I usually do a tombola thing to pick out which game is going to be next to play on the list. So after I beat Project Zero 3, it's either going to be Project Zero 5, Corpse Party, Alan Wake, Digimon World, or Silent Hill Origins. So they're the next ones in line after I beat Project Zero 3, which is all okay and all handy dandy. But then we go on to a Monday. I should have really organised this a little bit differently. Every day at 4 p.m. British Standard Time, I record We Happy Few. Now, talking about We Happy Few as of this week, there's not going to be any We Happy Few videos. Obviously, this is replacing today's video of We Happy Few. But throughout this week, I'm not going to be doing no Happy Few videos. Obviously, the first Happy Few video that we should be having is an hour long because it's episode 25. But this week, instead, all I'm going to do is take a little break from We Happy Few. I'm not getting bored of the game or anything. I just want to catch up on a few other series because they are dragging out a little bit this time around. So I want to try and speed them up a little bit. So I'm going to take a break from We Happy Few this week and then move on to back to them next week. But later on today, around about 8 p.m. British Standard Time, we have got Beyond Two Souls. I know I've had a few problems with this game. Like sometimes it starts boring and sometimes it gets really fast. But today, because we've got no We Happy Few, what I might do is have this one as a normal episode, considering this is coming out obviously at 4. This video, what you're watching now. So Beyond Two Souls, I'm going to do that as normal today. Just going to have that one little segment, as they always do, like from the start, and then obviously when you get like your choices at the end, that's going to be the end of the episode, which is going to be all fine and dandy. Tomorrow, however, excuse me, tomorrow, you'll see why I've got Spiral Scouts in here in a sec. So tomorrow is the first Tuesday of the month, and because I've been doing the Telltale games, I'm going to be doing them for the rest of all Tuesdays now, until I quit YouTube, which is going to be either next year or very soon. I'll talk about that later. But tomorrow, 6 instead, because it will obviously usually comes out at 8, but because we've got no We Happy Few, I'm going to put it out at 6. And that's going to be like a 2-hour long episode of episode 4, maybe 5, I think, of the Game of Thrones series. So that's going to be all fine and dandy. The reason why Spiral Scouts is down is because I don't record this every week. Once I've gone through with Game of Thrones tomorrow, Spiral Scouts is going to take over. Week after that, I'm just going to have those as normal episodes as well. So these 2 are normal episodes. I'm not going to do episode 4 and 5 in one video. I'm just going to do one episode and have done with that. So, moving on to Wednesday now. Again, because there's no We Happy Few, I'm going to put it on at 6 British Standard Time today. I think it's like, for most of Americans, it's going to be 1, I think, because it's 4, maybe 5 hours behind us. It's about 1 o'clock for you guys. The reason why, so with Spyro 3, and this series for Spyro is going to be being the longest Spyro series. So what I'm going to do is narrow it down into 2 separate videos. Usually I only do one world and then move on to another world the week after. But because I'm going to double up on this episode today, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do, I think I remember what I think it is Agent 9's level, and it's also the Hyperway, or the Speedway one. So I'm going to do the Speedway and the Monkey's level, Agent 9's level, and I'm going to do those two next, or on Wednesday. And then next week, I'm going to be doing the final boss, Sparks mission, and collecting rest of the eggs. In fact, I've changed my mind. What I'm going to do for Spyro this week, in fact, is collect all of the gems and eggs from the levels I've not completed. I'm going to do Agent 9's video first, because I want to get all the gems out of the way, apart from the Speedway, what I'm doing. In fact, I'm going to change my mind again. For Spyro 3 today, we are going to go through every individual level, apart from Sparks' level and the final boss. But everything else is going to be done on Wednesday for Spyro 3. All the gems are going to be collected. All the eggs I'm missing are going to be collected, apart from two, actually. And the 300 gems, maybe, because of Sparks' level. So I'm going to leave Sparks' level out till next week to beat the boss with, and then do the bonus mission as well next week. So I'm going to split it up into finish off for everything today, complete the game next week for Spyro 3, and then move on to Spyro Enter the Dragonfly the week after. So, moving on to Thursday now is Ratchet Gladiator. Now, normally what I've been doing for this one is only been doing one world each week, but to make it a little bit thrown out there into a curveball, because I want to double up on episodes this week, apart from Beyond Two Souls and Game of Thrones. So, with Ratchet Gladiator, what I'm going to do... Deadlocked for you guys in America. What I'm going to do instead for Ratchet Gladiator is I'm going to do 2 worlds instead, do all the challenges as well. Hopefully get somewhere with it, because I know it's going to be 13 episodes anyway, so I'm just going to reduce it down to 12 instead. Speed up the whole thing process is going off for, so that's all going to be fine and dandy. Now, Friday is going to change. Friday is still obviously going to be a video, but I'm moving it away from there, because I'm going to put down Watch Dogs for Friday, and Hyrule Warriors is going to replace for Saturday. I'll explain this after I've gone through the Sunday video. So Friday, instead of doing Hyrule Warriors, we're going to be doing Watch Dogs. The reason why, I'll explain later. But Watch Dogs are going to be out on Friday this time, again at 6 standard. I'm going to do 1 hour of the video of the game instead of doing a normal half an hour, so I could get some things done in the game, because it's taken a little bit too long. I'm not doing much of the missions. So I may just focus on the missions this week, try and get a little bit more progress forward, and all hand and dandy. On Saturday, instead of having it on Friday, Hyrule Warriors, I'm going to move again, because it used to be on Thursday, and I moved it to Friday, because it's a nice Friday game. But now I'm going to switch it up to Saturday instead for Hyrule Warriors. The reason being is because when we get to a certain time, in fact, I'll explain it after. So Hyrule Warriors this week, usually we do, when it comes out at 8 p.m. British Standard Time, it's going to come out at 6. As always, no Happy Few this week. I usually do 2 characters per video, but because it is episode 125 for the series, I was going to double it up anyway if it wasn't 125, but I know it's 125 this week, so we're going to have, instead of having the standard 4 when it's a doubled up video, usually, I'm going to throw down 6 characters this time around, because it's just a bonus, because I want to do something extra. So obviously I want to have 2 extra characters, because it's 1,250, and plus I'm going to, because it's a week where I'm not having No Way Happy Viewer, so I'll double up again. So instead I'm going to have 6 characters instead, so it's probably going to be like an hour video of Hyrule Warriors, maybe 2 hours. I'm not too sure. Yu-Gi-Oh, however, still going to come out on a Sunday, because I like having that at the end of the week. It's quite nice to have a nice little chill-out session on Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm not going to be doubling up on the video this week for this one. I never ever double up on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Video, unless it's the main campaign for Legacy of the Duelist. But for this one, all I'm going to be doing, really, is just normal videos using the same booster packs and continuing with what I know. Might do 6 fights to make it a bit better. I don't know. I might just do the standard 3 and have it as normal. Just have it out of the way. Now, the reason why I have moved Hyrule Warriors to a Saturday instead of having it on a Friday night is because there comes to a time where it's going to come to a point, which I've actually had this in my head. These 5 games here are going to be a less series, except Game of Thrones. I might move Game of Thrones to a Monday. I don't know yet. In fact, yeah, let's move Game of Thrones to a Monday. I can do that today then. Then I can do Beyond Two Souls tomorrow. Change things around a little bit more. Game of Thrones can have more limelight today. Change it all around a bit. That fucks up Spiral Scouts. Alright, we'll put you on a Monday too, then Spiral Scouts. Fine. That's okay for me. I'll have more fun on a Monday then, because I don't get dreadful drool on this one. Right. I've actually been putting off episode 25 for We Happy Few as well. But either way. So Monday's Game of Thrones, because I don't want that to change. So that's going to be the standard anyway. That's not going to change at all. Spiral Scouts, however, once we beat Spiral Scouts, we're picking out another game from this big section down here, as you can see, all in the highlighted blue area. All this is down here, because whenever we beat a series, what I used to do is go for a randomize of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 things at the top. Well, let's make it 7 things at the top, they're highlighted in blue now. Those 7 things at the top, I put that into a tombola first, and then whatever gets picked out, I put the, say if PS3 wins this time, I'll pick out one of these and place it for a Spiral Scouts video, because obviously Spiral Scouts, blah, 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 that kind of thing. So, not every other Monday, so after the first Monday of every month now from Game of Thrones, I'm going to switch it up to doing Spiral Scouts every Monday as well, but when we finish with Beyond Two Souls, because I think that's going to be beaten before Spyro 3, considering I'm going to do a double-up video on it now. Well, we're going to be doing a double-up video on it now, because I need to do Game of Thrones for later today, so that makes sense. So Beyond Two Souls is now going to get a double video, considering I've moved things around. But because that's getting a double video, I think next week may be the end of Beyond Two Souls. But when it does, when it does, We Happy Few, and when it comes to We Happy Few, I've only been doing half an hour videos on them. But when it comes to Tuesdays and Wednesdays, because no, Spyro 3 doesn't change. Yeah, of course it's a series. Right, let me fucking start my talk. So Beyond Two Souls is going to be the first game out of those 7 to finish first. Game of Thrones is an episodic thing, so that's going to be doing it once a month, and obviously something else that is also episodic is going to be continuing after it, so that's not going to change at all. Beyond Two Souls, however, is going to be the first one to be finished, because after Spyro 3, we've got Enter the Dragonfly to do. Ratchet Gladiator is the last one of the series, but I've got 6 more videos to do on that, and I think there's less than 6 videos left in Beyond Two Souls. So I think when Beyond Two Souls is finished, I'm going to be doing, instead of half an hour videos of We Happy Few on a Tuesday, I'm going to extend it to an hour until the series is beaten, so I can get actually some more crackdown on We Happy Few. Spyro 3 would be after. Or, no, it won't actually, because that'd be the last one to go, I believe. So that one's going to stay around, but once Spyro 3 is beaten, I'm going to move on to Spyro 4, technically, which is continuing with the same legacy of the original Spyro games, with Enter the Dragonfly, the PS2 one, the one that actually made Spyro die, unfortunately. So I'm going to actually see why it made Spyro die, because it's got the same look, it's got the same voice actor, I believe. Ripto's back in the game. It was after that one where they started changing the story around and seasons around. With Ratchet Gladiator, that is the last one in the series. I was going to move on to doing Size Matters, but I have it for the PSP, and I don't want to really buy it again for the PS2. So after Ratchet Gladiator's gone, I'm going to stop the series of Ratchet and Clank until we've done with We Happy Few, because I want to try and plan out a new thing, because it's really, really complicated to talk about. Same with Watch Dogs. So in a nutshell, what I'm going to do is when a game or series has been beaten, I'm not going to replace it with another series from the list down here. I'm going to extend the play time of We Happy Few, because that's what I want to do. That's what I want to push it out there, because I'm only on episode 25 of it now when I record it next. But there is 2 more characters to play on it as well, so it's going to be a very long series. If I beat the game on episode 27, I can expect there's going to be 2 more 27 parts for the other 2 characters as well. So We Happy Few is going to be a long one, which is fucking annoying. But still, because that's going to stop me from making a lot more videos. So when Beyond Two Souls and all these other games are going to be finished, apart from these 2, because they're going to fucking last forever. So when these 4 here get beaten, they're going to be replaced by We Happy Few and make them an hour long. Until We Happy Few is beaten, and then we're going to go back down to a normal routine, where, for example, after We Happy Few, I'm going to be doing Resident Evil 3. So when that comes in, we're going to get some new games starting off as well from the Trombolers down below, which is going to be nice and handy. Now on Saturdays and Sundays, the reason why this is not going to be thrown into the equation is because when it comes to Christmas, or the Christmas weeks, like the last week in November and to the first week in January, I'm going to be doing daily videos of all these games. Like, say, for example, the first week, which is if I get my calendar up, wherever it is, because you can't see this. So if we go to November, from the 26th to the 2nd of November, it is going to be purely... Oh, shit. I'm going to put Spiral Scouts on that one, considering it would be an entire week. So it's going to be one full week of Spiral Scouts and We Happy Few, if I'm still playing it by then, if I don't get bored of it. And then from the 3rd to the 9th, from the 3rd to the 9th of December, I'm going to be doing Beyond Two Souls, or whatever game's going to be replacing on Monday. If it's a game, if it's like, say, We Happy Few, for example, and it gets done, I will probably just extend the videos out and just make it like that to make it just a normal video. I don't know yet, it depends how long We Happy Few can take to finish. From the 10th to the 16th, now because we've got a 10th coming up, and it's on a Monday, I'm not going to be putting off Project 03 or whatever game is in its place at that time. I will still be doing whatever game is in that top slot underneath the days. Ow, that hurt. I'm going to do that normally, and then obviously it's going to be the third week, so that would be all the Spyro stuff, because obviously I'm not going to be beating Spyro at that point, because I've got number 4 to do with, and that's a long one. And then from the 17th to the 23rd, obviously we've got another 20th in there, so I'm going to put another normal video of whatever the fucking daily video is going to be. Because that shit happens. That's going to be whatever game I fucking decide to choose, because obviously Ratchet Gladiator is going to be done before then. But when it comes to Christmas, like I was saying, is every week from that point on is going to be daily videos and not weekly videos of the stuff to give things a little bit more speed up as well. Even including Hyrule Warriors, the only one that doesn't get it is Yu-Gi-Oh! Considering I want to keep that as a episodic thing, because it's quite nice to have it like that. It's very, very nice. But that's all I want to talk about for the routines and stuff. But about the future of the channel. Now, recently, I've not been losing subscribers, and I've not been losing views, but I've been putting more effort in and doing more stuff for myself and putting more out there, changing up things. I've put webcam on there now, obviously not in this video because it's a bit early and I'm not dressed technically. So I've not put webcam in this video, but because I put webcam in other videos, it's still not growing. And so instead, what I'm going to decide to do on certain days, maybe change up this a little bit. Say, for example, when I beat a series, I might just move on to doing live streams for when these games are beaten, like 2 hours every day at the same time, like 8 o'clock if I'm able to do it. That's why I've not put it on Saturdays and Sundays, because I'm usually busy. So that's one of the reasons why I put these two on, because it's a weekly video. I'm not really going to live stream those, considering I actually can't, apart from some things. So I'm going to actually go through a list, and I'm going to live stream a few videos. Mainly just Kingdom Hearts, because I want to actually... and I'm not going to put it on a hiatus, because I still want to record it, so I might just record some Kingdom Hearts beforehand and get them out whenever I can, like I have been doing. But I want to try and do some live streams, because live streams get you out there more. I might move on to Twitch as well, trying some on there, maybe, and then move it over to YouTube in like an episodic kind of thing. I don't know. I really don't know. I want to try and do some stuff, because at the moment, I've been putting out more work. I've been trying to do some more stuff, but it's not going anywhere. And I've mentioned this before. I don't care about the money about YouTube. I do not care. I could like say, for example, I have 1 million subscribers. I know the money I make from YouTube, I will not use it on myself. I just probably give it away, because I don't want to do this for the money. I want to do this to have a place where people can talk and communicate, and I can communicate with more people out in the world. Try and help some people out with their situations as well. But recently, for the last week, nothing has gained any repetition. Like, one of the videos, I even actually had like a clickbait title and it did nothing. So what it feels like is YouTube was pushing forward the new YouTubers a little bit, but then the policy changed again about now kids involved in videos as well, and they're all their safety. When that got pushed out, a lot of the younger YouTubers, or the little ones, not younger ones, but the fresher ones and the ones that have got like less than 1,000 subscribers have not been focused on at all. So it's getting hard to move on. So I am going to push myself to the new year. If things do not pick up by the end of the year, I'm going to finish off all the series, continue them all off. Say, for example, if We Happy Few gets finished, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to record any new titles or anything like that. I'm just going to move on to doing live streams on Twitch because I've tried 2 videos on... Have I done 3? I think I've done 3. I've done 3 videos on Twitch. I've done Quantum Break when that first came out, and that actually got a little bit of publicity and stuff. So I've already got, in my first live stream, I actually got a few views. And then I did Doom. I did, like, I think 3 hours of Doom with my friend. And when we did, people started talking in chat already because they wanted to see some Doom. Obviously, the audio in that video was fucking terrible, hence why I never released it to YouTube. Same with Quantum Break, the quality was bad, and people told it, yo, your quality's shit, so I had to stop the stream early. The third one was 100% Orange Juice. I got a few people talking in chat, and obviously some music was playing, so I couldn't have that on YouTube either. But what I'm going to do, if you've heard of a guy called Brown Man, he does live streams on Twitch, and he put after he records his videos, he puts them onto he puts them onto YouTube, and I'm going to do the same thing with the videos I can record, because I can only record or live stream from the Xbox One and the PS4. I can't do it with the 360. I can do it with the PS2, but it's really finicky and stupid to work out, and I can do my PC games as well, but I can't do the PS3 or the Xbox or the Nintendo Switch, stuff like that. So I might just switch it up between the Xbox One and the PS4 with what's going off, just to try and like do some things. So I want to move on to live streaming because it actually helps out a little bit more. I just want a community, basically. I know it's hard to drive for, but with YouTube not actually going anywhere and YouTube not helping out like they said they would, they're not really helping anyone anymore. They're getting worse and worse. Even the big YouTubers now are getting strikes for the silliest things. The copyright music of their system is broken. Apparently, because I don't care about the money, I'm not really bothered about when get copyright strikes. But I know when music is involved that you can have it free for less than 29 seconds. But I had a video on 20 seconds and then something striked out. I didn't get a strike for it, thankfully, but I might get a strike, and it could obviously disable my video if I don't know my rights, but I know my rights. But in the end, I'm going to continue doing YouTube until Christmas, until like the first week in January. And if things don't pick up from then, I'm going to leave it be, and I'm just going to move on to live streaming constantly. Because the first one I'm probably going to be live streaming then, if that's the case, would be Kingdom Hearts 3. I want to try and get the Kingdom Hearts series out on the YouTube, so I might still do YouTube videos and on the side, like when I have got no time to do a live stream, I'm just like, because I can do live streams every day from Monday to Thursday, or when I'm not working. So it fits more around my style. I'm not stressed out over YouTube and stuff when it's not going right. Or like, for example, last week I got all my videos on, but I was pushing it to the edge with the uploads because of things were going off. And this week I've got nothing recorded at all. That's why I had to do what I'm doing today. So it's not getting me down. Well, it is a little bit, and it's affecting me a little in what I want to do. But I'm going to keep on going strong. I'm going to carry on doing what I'm going to do, but I'm going to leave it till the end of the year. And if it doesn't pick up at all, I'm just going to end. I know a few of the reasons like I would make it till next year and things didn't pick up then, but that's too much of a long thing to do until June. Things don't pick up, then that's it. Simple. I was going to give it till my 5th year if I didn't get to 100 subscribers, but then my subscriber count's been going down or not going anywhere for the past month, so that kind of goes out of the window. So my new deadline now, January, if things do not pick up, or the beginning of January, if things don't pick up, then YouTube's down for me, do a few things here and there. So we'll see what happens. But I will see you in the next update video, either way, whenever that may be. It might be soon, I might change my mind on what I want to do and just throw things out there and just keep on what I'm doing. I do not know. But either way, I'm going to leave that there for today, and I will speak to you later in Game of Thrones. So we're going to have some fun times. But as for now, this is Rixxalight, signing out.